Let's talk about bushcraft belt kits. Hi folks, I'm Craig Taylor, and if you want to improve your bushcraft skills in a simple, no-nonsense manner, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Cheers. It's been quite some time since I did one of my Thursday's Thoughts videos, but a few weeks ago, a guy in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of was asking for people's thoughts, ideas, perspectives, opinions, etc. on bushcraft belt kits. And it got me thinking. So here we are in this Thursday's Thoughts video. I can't remember exactly what I replied. I have tried searching for the post, but I generally remember saying things along the line of, I'm not a big fan of carrying too much kit around my waist. I prefer to carry the minimum, things like perhaps a saw, a knife, and maybe something hanging off my belt in my pocket, such as a ferro rod. I'm not a big fan of having things around my waist. I was one of the first people to respond to his post, and then realised I seemed to be in the minority, because people then flooded in afterwards with all sorts of thoughts and ideas and photographs and setups on their belt kits. Now, I'm taking a little bit of artistic license here when I bring this into shot, but I'm probably not far off being genuine here. Some of the belt kits that people were showing look like this. Can you see me? That's my military belt kit. That's the belt kit that I wore for, yeah, and it smells like it. Most of the 16 years that I was serving, that was my belt kit. Some of the photographs and things that people were putting up showing their belt kit, in all honesty, didn't look too far from that. And it got me thinking, and that's hence, as I've said, this is what's sort of led to this video here. As I've alluded to, carrying a knife on my belt seems like a sensible option. It's always with you. Carrying a ferro rod hanging off my belt and into my pocket with a piece of cord seems sensible. I have a reliable firelighting method. Carrying a saw on my belt, I probably do that about a third of the time I'm out. I usually carry it in one of in fact, there it is there. Just as I was feeling my pocket from where I normally place it, there it is. I sometimes carry it in a Cordura Velcro pouch on my belt, but often it sits in my Laplander pocket. I don't carry a great deal on my belt. And the reason being, well, there's several reasons. From a physical perspective, I have absolutely no arse or hips. I'm constantly, if you ever meet me in person, I'm constantly sort of pulling my trousers up. I can't find trousers that fit. They just slide off me. I have no figure whatsoever. I have no childbearing hips. So that's one of the reasons why I don't wear stuff around my waist. It's just more to pull the damn trousers down. Another reason I don't wear around stuff around the waist is I know from personal experience of carrying a lot of stuff around your waist that no matter how well packed it is, no matter how exposed you are to it, no matter how much you try and pad things, and trust me, I've got a lot of time wearing stuff around my waist, it becomes uncomfortable. It creates rubs, it creates sores, it becomes uncomfortable. You sweat a great deal from being in contact with your body. It isn't pleasurable. Nobody in the military likes wearing this stuff, and I actually believe nowadays that kind of belt kit has been phased out. It all fits onto your body armour. But anyway, back to my generation, nobody likes wearing the damn stuff. It was a necessity. I don't think it's a necessity to wear almost everything that you take out when you go bushcrafting around your waist. When I dug deeper into some of these photographs that people had took, there were tinder pouches, water bottle pouches, which I can get my head around in certain climates and regions of the world. I could certainly imagine wearing that permanently around the waist, yes. First aid kits on the waist, waterproof jacket, a micro waterproof jacket was worn around the waist in one of the pouches. There just seemed to be almost using the belt order in lieu of what is a much more practical and comfortable measure, which is actually the day sack itself, your rucksack, your pack, your Bergen, your day sack, whatever you want to call it, that's a much better option for comfortably carrying equipment, a fair amount of equipment, some distances. I think you perhaps only have to look at some of the people that do this as a job. I won't name any names here, but we could probably think of people whose job it is to be outdoors, wilderness, bushcraft type instructors. Look at what they carry. Very little on their waist, and they're usually never more than an arm's reach or two from a day sack containing the waterproof kit. Medical kit perhaps goes in their pockets. A larger first aid kit maybe goes in their day sack. I want to stress at this point, because I often feel like I have to. If you wear a bushcraft belt kit, you're still a good person. We can still be friends and all of that. I'm not knocking people that do. I'm not doing that, and I didn't do it in the Facebook post either. I'm not knocking people who do. I don't, and I thought it was worthwhile offering my counter perspective on why I personally choose not to do that. The background that's led me to not wanting to put any more around my waist than is absolutely necessary, and why I think it makes more sense to use a far better designed, more ergonomic, more comfortable option, as I mentioned, the day sack itself. So that's why when people talk to me about bushcraft belt kits or bushcraft belt setups and things like that, there's just always that, are they talking about the minimum stuff that I put on my belt, and I suspect you may put on your belt as well, or are they talking about a bushcraft version of carrying pretty much everything around your waist just in case? What do you do? What's your perspective on this? Do you carry a minimum on your waist? Is it similar to my minimum? Perhaps a sword, definitely a knife, and some form of firelighting kit attached to me? Is it that? Does it depend? If you were going to a hot climate like me, would you perhaps carry a water bottle on the waist as well? And I think that's a decent, sensible, logical idea. Or do you throw everything and the kitchen sink into pouches around your waist? Why do you do that? There's me offering only my perspective. There's me looking at this from the perspective of, I can't see why people would do that, because I do it this way. I've done a similar thing in the past and it's not a pleasurable experience. Why do people do it? Tell me, if you're one of the people that has this bushcraft belt kit of these nice leather pouches with all sorts of sundries in there, what's the rationale for doing it? Educate me. Show me the error of my belief system and my ways. It'd be interesting to read that. So, I'm not knocking people that do. We can all be friends, we can all get along. There's enough room in the woods for all of us. I just choose not to do that. But I'm interested to know why you do. I've mentioned a couple of times in this video about day sacks and carrying things in day sacks and preferring to put majority of my stuff in there. If you check this video that's appearing up in the top right hand corner of your screen now, there's a breakdown of the kit that I carry in my day sack. It's a great video. I've had fantastic feedback on it, and it's the most viewed video on my channel. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you in the woods very soon, but hopefully not too soon. Remember, stay safe. Take care.